Hi guys, today's video is going to be on the Transformers Age of the Primes Deluxe Class Air Raid. The retail price is $24.99 and I did purchase this with my own money. He is one of the 5 Aerialbots that combine to make Superion. So this is a close-up look of the front of the box. On the side we have some of the primes here. There is the back of the box and the barcode if anybody needs it, and then we have Superion on the side. Before I open this one up, I do want to bring in this Legacy breakdown. He is part of the last combiner that they did release, and I want to compare the retail packaging for a moment. With the Legacy release, you can see we have no window here. There are these paper ties. The box, you can see, is extremely thin, and it can be damaged easily. Also, it is a weird shape with these, flattened out sides. Also, the tab that they put on there to hang on the retail shelves, it actually sticks out further than the back of the box. So not only is it hard to store, because of the odd shape of the box, you have to also worry about this tab. So storage is difficult with these guys. Now with this release, we get a very thick, sturdy box. We do get the window placed back in there. And the tab to hang on the retail shelves is actually flush with the back of the box. So all of these are major improvements in my opinion. Makes it easy for storage, easy for preservation. So I'm really happy that they did upgrade the packaging for this line. Okay, so let's go ahead and open it up. Okay, we have the instruction book here. And down here, this is going to be, looks like his blaster, so go ahead and cut this out. They actually put tape all around this paper, so it's not, I guess it's not easy to tear if the box gets thrown around a little bit. Okay, so we have some fins and some blasters. Okay, and we have the nice plastic ties on this one, unlike the paper ties in the Legacy. So we have these fins here. It looks like they're gonna peg in, so I'll show you guys that in a little bit. And it looks like there are 2 colors. They are a dark gray and a light gray color. Then we have his 2 blasters here. Okay, so moving on to Air Raid here. He does have a G1 accurate head sculpt here. He is mostly red and white, and this is a dark, like, gray color, I would say. Almost black, but not quite black. He does have some silver on the top of his head here. He does have blue eyes. He's got the Autobot symbol on his chest here. Let me see if I can get... Yeah, there we go. Okay, his legs look nice. There's no hollow bits there. I'm going to go ahead and open it up here to pop out his feet. Okay, yeah, so legs look really nice and thick and bulky, which I like on the Transformer. And he's able to stand pretty well. What I do not like about this guy is his hands. They look really thin and cheap. I know they're going for, you know, the G1 look with him, but yeah, I'm not a fan. See how thin that is? I'm just not a fan. I think it makes him look, it cheapens the look of the toy a bit. This is what he looks like on the back side. These extra fins, and, you know, in robot mode, you can, you know, peg into the back right there. Like I said, so everything can store on him. I'll just go ahead and do that so you guys can see what it looks like to have everything on him. Okay. So yeah, super convenient, super nice looking. I'm a fan. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and transform him into jet mode so we can take a look and see what he looks like. This is what he looks like in jet mode. First thing that I did notice are his Autobot designs. They are not very bright on the darker background, and anybody that does any kind of printing should know, especially factories, that there should be a white base put underneath and then the red logo put on. Anytime you're printing over a dark color, you should always have a white color underneath to make that other color pop. And they did not do that. So, you know, from the camera to here, you can see they blend in and they're not very pronounced. So that's kind of a bummer. I'm not thrilled about that, especially if they keep going up in price. I expect to get, you know, good quality, and this is just a joke. Also, right off the bat, the landing gear, part of the landing gear is in his chest under his Autobot symbol. And it's just a stationary molded wheel. And here's the other wheel that's molded onto the other foot. They don't move. They're just molded in there. It looks cheap. So I'm disappointed with this feature. Also, the elephant in the room. That's a pretty lazy transformation design, in my opinion. He literally looks like an Autobot carrying a plane on his back. You can clearly tell there's a robot form under this plane, which I think looks sloppy. So with the wheels also not moving, if you're sliding him, you're just going to be scratching the entire Transformer body underneath because they don't move. He does store his blasters under his wings here. These are the extra fins that we get that plug in back here. These fine little details, they did not like paint those a different color or try to emphasize them with color to make it look more interesting, so it ends up looking boring to me. That's just a missed opportunity to make this figure just kind of like pop and have a more wow factor, in my opinion. So yeah, that's not a fan of him in jet mode. I will probably keep him in robot mode. I do like this guy. I am happy to have him in my collection despite some of my gripes about the design. Combiners are one of my favorites to collect. I'll be collecting all of these new Aerialbot releases so that I can have a complete Superion. Okay, and here is just a comparison of the G1 Air Raid versus this newer release here. You can see there is definitely a size difference. The decals look way better because they're decal stickers, and they even put colorful stickers here on the back, here on the sides and the wings. Like I said, it just makes it look more interesting and, you know, more dynamic, in my opinion. Underneath here is where the real difference is, in my opinion. There is obviously yellowing. You can still see the head and the body underneath here, but the landing gear is different. These wheels actually move. So he has actual wheels with metal, you know, rivets there. and they move. So, I mean, I'm still a fan of this G1 over this one. This one is a bit, like I said, bulky underneath. Even though you can see the whole body here, it's more streamlined. I mean, look at the side profiles here. You'll see what I'm talking about. And in my opinion, the G1s are just top notch. Okay, so let's cover his articulation here. Starting with his head. Since his head can go back as part of the transformation, he does have a pretty good range of motion with his head. So when you're posing him, you know, it can go pretty far like that. Also, he does bend here at the elbow, and there is also this part up here that can rotate. This also can come off as well. If you wanted to do that right here, it can pop off and pop back on. His knees do bend here, and they go around. This part of his leg is like this part of his arm up here, and it can pop off as well. He can also do the splits. Okay, so trying to figure out why this arm is not going up as high as that one. Hold on. Okay, so that's how far his arms go up. This is how far his legs go out. He can do the splits. And down here at his foot, he does have some pretty good articulation. You can, if you want to pose him in a running position, it can bend down like that. It also can go side to side as well. It can tilt. So if you want to put him, kind of like that, you're able to put his foot flat. Also, another thing I wanted to mention about these extra set of fins he comes with are you can actually peg them in the back right here. I'm going to show you in the B-roll, and it actually can help with him standing up, like give you additional support in the back if you point him down this way. I'll show you guys in B-roll what I'm talking about. So I thought that was nice. It adds a little bit more stability to your figure. And then also his waist does rotate 360, so his articulation is good. I have no complaints whatsoever about his articulation. I do have another concern, and that is the fact that they used a lot of white plastic on him, light colored plastic. And I'm worried about it yellowing over time. I'd rather they pick a more colorful combiner to make before they, so they can figure out what is causing the yellowing on the plastics. It's been happening for the past few years. Superion is like pretty much the whitest combiner out there. And let me show you a few examples of what I'm talking about. With the plastic yellowing. Here we have a shattered glass Starscream. You see that elbow joint there? That little joint back there behind the knee? All of this yellowing here, even on his, let me see if I can get it. It's even on his backpack. There it is. Can you see it? Yep, back there on his backpack. All of those were as white as the rest of his body when I got this figure, and it's yellow. Like super yellowed. Another one that I have is this Netflix Megatron. His legs, these elbow joints, even his sword right here, they were not bronzed when I got them. They were this light colored gray, even his sword. And now it looks like this. So this is what I'm scared is going to happen. This is what has frustrated me the past few years about Transformer figures, is the yellowing of the plastic. It is extremely frustrating. My collection stays indoors, 72 degrees all year round, never sees sunlight. I'm very careful with it, and that still happens. I also have another one. So here we have a Grimlock, Maximal Grimlock, Battle Across Time collection. And you can see the extreme yellowing on his body again. And matter of fact, this is almost an orange color. Also, he is missing his tail and missile, and there's not even any holes in the box. I'll show you guys this one. They didn't even put holes in the box to include the tail and missile in this box. And the retail packaging is one that's totally enclosed. You know, in my past videos, I've mentioned I hate this packaging because you cannot see what you're getting inside here. You don't know if the factory made a mistake like this one and just didn't even put the parts in there. And I know it's a factory mistake because there's no holes in this box. And then, you know, I open this for whatever reason, and then bam, I got yellowing and I'm missing a tail and a missile. This is why I hate these, and I hope they never come back. This is another version of him. It's not as bad, but it is yellowing. It's not that dark. But you can even see on the missile and on the end of the tail, the back of the feet. So yeah, do any of you guys have this happen to your figures? Because like I said, it's extremely frustrating for me. And now I have to be worried that the same thing is going to happen to this one. And I think more people should complain about it so that, you know, Hasbro is forced to fix it. Because these toys are just getting more expensive, and to have them yellow like that and lose value, it really ticks me off as a collector. I think that Nexus Prime would be more appropriate, would have been a more appropriate choice for the Age of the Primes toy line. Since he is one of the original 13 Primes, I'm actually really surprised they did not pick Nexus Prime for the HasLab project. We have not got a Nexus Prime since the Transformer Club release, so it's been a while, and it would be really nice to have them release him. Alright guys, that's going to wrap up today's video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.